Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Gridiron Gossip. I'm your host, Antonio Sacca, joined by co-host Justyn Martinko and the president of the NCFA, Sanderson. How we doing today, guys?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing great,
I'm
man.
good, man.
Yeah, holiday season, has come to a wrap up. I know the NCFA finished up. I know last time we talked about the national championship. Let's talk a little bit about that game, how it went. And from what I understand, we got a little curveball week of. So just kind of walk us through that week.
Holy cow! What a left turn we had to make there. So Tuesday night before the national championship game, we had scheduled the coaches meeting with the head of officials, the coaches, Dylan from Toledo, just to go through some logistics of what to expect on the weekend. And 30 minutes before that Zoom meeting was supposed to happen, I get a call from Toledo's athletic department, or maybe it was an email, saying due to the ice storm that just came through and the predicted temperatures for the next week of being like in the teens, our field is no longer safe to play on. They're like, we've got an inch of ice underneath 4 inches of snow, and we can't get it off the field without some sunshine and warmer weather. So they're like, so sorry, but you can't play here. And that was what, you know, 72 hours before walkthroughs.
Yeah.
So we had to pivot, and it was like an all hands on deck kind of thing. Ohio State got involved. The Toledo guys got involved. We just started calling everybody, every high school, every small college, every connection we might have had. Kids were calling, especially Ohio State kids, because, the plan was Ohio. A lot of them have connections from high school. Started calling high school coaches, seeing if fields could get pulled aside for us. We really struck out after 24 hours, but Wright State raised their hand and was like, hey, our field is playable. They're far enough south of Toledo that they didn't get the ice. They just got the snow, which could be removed. So they got their field ready for us. We pivoted down to Wright State. So hats off to them. The teams were very flexible on it. Ohio State even came early and helped, clear some snow off the field. The problem was, we were expecting to play in a Division I stadium. We ended up playing in Wright State's field, which for a college recreation field was great. But no locker rooms, no press box, very little access to power, no jumbotron, no speaker system. All the bells and whistles we're accustomed to putting on a national championship. And I talked to both teams. I was like, our choices are this. We can push it back a week, hope for better weather, go back to Toledo, or we shoot for this weekend. And then, there were some of the caveats where, Wright State had some issues with Trans-Siberian Orchestra was coming in for a double Christmas performance. So the parking lots had to be cleared because both were sold out. But we got it done. We pivoted. We still got a broadcast in. I think we only had one or two camera angles. We made a makeshift press box out of a tailgating tent on top of a grassy knoll and like 450 feet of extension cords plugged together just so we could get power there to run cameras. But we got a production done. We got the gameplay. We got a national championship claimed. It was a great, all hands. It was what club sports is often about. It's about whatever it's got to do to just play the game, whether it be baseball, basketball, football, softball. We got it done, and we got out of there, and nobody got hypothermia or anything like that, and we got it done. We got our Ohio State was our national champions. Coppin State had a great experience, another step forward on their punch list of progression of rebuilding that program. And I think they learned a lot from it too. And I just want to thank everybody involved, not just the staff, Wright State, the teams, the fans, the parents, everybody that, nobody was really getting on us about it because it was out of our hands and we just were able to pivot, get it done.
Yeah, I think like you said, everyone I feel like was just happy that the game happened. I think some people when they heard, we lost a field, it was all right, no national championship game. I know guys got finals that weekend after and people started, well, what are we gonna do? And once they were like, oh, we're gonna play football still, I think everyone was just excited to be there. You could even see both teams on the sideline when it was cold, but they were like, it's not cold, trying to hype themselves up. It was just kind of cool that, like you said, that's what club sports is all about.
Yeah. And really like Toledo had hotel or Toledo. Coppin State had hotel rooms in Toledo that they'd already paid for and couldn't get out of. So they still went to Toledo, spent Friday night, and then had to get up early and drive to Wright State for the 10 a.m. kickoff, right? We had to kick off at 10 a.m. just because of that's all. To use that field, we had to play at 10 a.m. because all the Trans-Siberian Orchestra stuff happening in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, that made sense too when we left that place because I mean there were cars all over that campus trying to find parking spots.
Yeah, absolutely. It was on its way to becoming a madhouse. So, but all right.
For sure. That was, the 2025 NCFA season. Well, congrats to Ohio State again. Now we're obviously looking forward to 2026. One of the teams that are joining us in 2026 that's been a team for the last couple of years, and I think actually has a national championship under their belt is Columbus State. And let's have Columbus State come on to
They
the
don't have a
show.
national championship under their belt.
I must be thinking of Gordon State. I think I have the
Yeah, you're
wrong.
thinking of Gordon State.
I apologize for that one. I have the wrong school on there. I thought it was Gordon. I thought it was Columbus State that had it. But either way, we're gonna have Columbus State, who's been an NCFA team for years now. Come on, we're gonna have Michael Speight join us on the show. So if we could get him on, I'd Thanks for joining us, Mike. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're connected to the Columbus State club football team.
Okay, my name is Michael Spade. I've been here at Columbus State for 28 years. Started out our program in 2009. I'm the head coach, and I'm also the club director. So I'm an administrator here as well. And like I said, I've been doing it since 2009.
And Michael, how
Yes,
long
sir.
have we known each other? I mean, I think Columbus State's been in the NCFA since the NCFA got started. So
Yeah, we actually started in 2009.
okay, and that's
Yeah.
so. Is that how long we've been around? Holy cow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, 2010 season was our first. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're an OG. I think it might
Yeah.
just be you and I left.
Yeah, I'm an OG. I'm an OG with no national championship.
We, I got to admit, so just to give you guys some background, like when the NCFA was getting started, we would have, and it was before COVID. So COVID really kicked off these Zoom kind of meeting things.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to do a brick and mortar meeting, and Michael would come to Pittsburgh every summer
Yep.
for an off-season meeting.
Yep.
And so we'd often meet face to face. And Michael, I got to tell you, you're a little grayer than the last time I saw you in person.
Indeed.
me too.
Hey, that means we're just aging gracefully.
Yeah. Well, great to have you on.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
maybe some of them those grays are stressed from the football team a little bit. You
Oh
think?
yeah, I definitely.
All those years of coaching.
Yes, definitely.
Well, speaking of your coaching experience, tell me about how your season went this past 2025 season. Just a little bit about that, and then what you're looking forward to for the 2026 season.
We had it was a decent season. We went 5-3 this year. Was it 3-1 in the conference, which was a new conference for us, which we was really happy to be a part of. We kind of let one slip away from us. We thought this was going to put us in a pretty good position, and we kind of let it slip away. But far as the team was young. We had about right at 30 freshmen. So we was very young, but we had some key guys in some good areas. Coaching staff was pretty. I brought back probably about 4 guys from last year, so I felt pretty good about the coaching staff going into the season. And we just play a gauntlet of a schedule down here, man. We since we're so far away from most of the guys up there, we end up playing like a lot of Division threes and NAIAs and JUCOs. So and then we get a couple of preps here and there, but it kind of wears and tears on us by the time we get to our NCFA schedule.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
but other than that, pretty good season. Pretty good season.
Yeah. I think that one game you talk about got away from you was the 20-19 loss to Coppin State at
Yes.
home.
Yes.
1 point loss. I mean, so close. Played them tough. Absolutely
Yeah.
played them tough. What you know, was there any point in that game that you sit back and say, man, if this one thing happened a little differently, it would have been us uh, in the MAC championship, in the national championship?
I can say it was about five of those moments, Zandy. We really like if I could say this to anybody, we really was the best team to beat ourselves. We beat ourselves to death. So many mistakes, so many freshman mistakes, and I think also just going back thinking about that game, we playing the game. We had it was homecoming here at Columbus, and it was just we had a lot of freshmen homecoming. It was just so much going on all week. The guys came out excited. I think they was just a little bit too excited, and we had five turnovers.
Mm.
So you thought we got beat by 30. Um, and we went through two quarterbacks, and we scored, 19 points in 4 minutes
Oh, wow.
and missed two extra points.
Mm.
So,
That was going to be my question. That
yeah,
19 number, I was going to say either you missed a couple extra points or you missed one extra point and went for two for the win instead of going for one for the tie.
we missed two extra points. We made the first one. The second one fell short, and we thought we got the 2 point conversion, but the kid stepped out of bounds. And the last one, which was the extra point to tie the game, my kicker freaking just missed it. I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Coach, I just missed it." I mean, you haven't missed the extra point all year. I mean,
Most important one, he misses.
most important one, he just missed it. He
Yeah.
shanked it. So it was. I mean, it was a hard fought loss, and we couldn't blame anybody but ourselves.
Yeah. Just to, shed a little light on the some of the discussions outside of Columbus. James Grega, the head coach of Ohio State, I had talked to him a little bit, and he studies as much film as he can get on every team in the league. And he was talking to me about, he's like, Columbus State is a fantastic team. He goes, I think they're better than Coppin State. He goes, but their special teams, it was just their special teams. He's like, everything else, offensive, defensive, they're better than Coppin State. It was the
Yeah,
special teams that hurt.
it killed us. It killed us. One of the scores was a special team score. We
Right there.
fumbled the kickoff, and the guy fumbled, and he caught it. He caught it in stride and just kept going. We had another situation where a kid jumped off sides, and the defense just stopped and looked at him, and Coppin threw it 20 yards down the field for a touchdown. I mean, so it was just, as I call them, brain farts.
Yep.
It was just brain farts.
Like bullet meets foot
Well,
all day.
Yeah,
and the beauty of having a young team is they can learn from that, right?
right,
Like there's a message there outside of football, right? Attention to
right.
detail. Never let your foot off the gas. You sleep for a minute, a second, and your life changes.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So true.
But with a young team, they get the chance to learn from it, come back,
Yep,
and be even hungrier next time.
yep. That's what
That's
we
great.
that's what we're striving for.
So,
That's what
so
we're
staying
striving for.
on that there, Michael, with 30 freshmen, kind of talk about your guys' like recruiting a little bit. Like, do you guys kind of recruit some kids out of high school, or is it mostly just kind of like what a lot of clubs do and just, tabling around campus?
Oh no, we too small for taping around campus, man. We would be getting beat by 100 every week. We have to reach out into the high schools, man. We reach out into we mostly stay in Georgia because we try to get most of our kids in Georgia because we do have this thing called Hope Scholarship, which the kids, if they have a 3.0, they can, their tuition is paid for. So we kind of use that to our advantage, to help us get kids into our university. But yeah, we have to reach out. We have good relationship with high school coaches in the surrounding areas, and we're close to Atlanta, so we actually reach out to Atlanta a little bit as well. But yeah, we have to recruit, man. If we didn't recruit, we couldn't compete.
That's fair.
No
All right.
way.
One thing that's interesting about that Hope Scholarship you're talking about being for Georgia residents, for those
Yes,
viewers at home that don't really know exactly where Columbus State is, you're 2 miles from the Alabama line, right? Phoenix City is
yes,
a five
yes.
minute drive away, but you basically don't even target those kids because you can't, they don't have the scholarship eligibility with that Hope Scholarship, huh?
Right. That's correct. And believe it or not, Central High School is one of the hottest high schools in the United States, and we can't even pull nothing out of there.
Hmm.
I don't know if you got Bo Nix. His father is the coach there.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Um, but we really can't pull anything out of there because most of those kids are going Division 1, Division 2, whatnot. So we don't even try. But we have to really, like I said, we really target kids in Georgia because of the Hope Scholarship. And that's how we target our kids.
Now with your program is from a football standpoint and the recruiting standpoint, is the goal for most of those kids coming in to get a Columbus State education or to get a year or two of club in and maybe go and play at NCAA level?
Well, we actually do both. It's a little bit of both. We had 5 guys graduate this fall. Um, in our fall commencement, and then we have about another 6, 7 guys graduating in the spring. But when we recruit these guys, depending upon the talent, if they are good, very strong talent, we kind of say, hey, we can get you some film, man, and we can get you out of here. But for the most majority of the kids, we try to sell them CSU. We try to sell them CSU.
And Columbus, Georgia has been the home of our softball national championship for maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
And so I've spent quite a bit of time in Columbus, Georgia. It's a great town. I've been on your
Mhm.
campus. It's a beautiful campus. Yeah, not,
Right.
it's no 50,000 Ohio State kind of thing, but it's a
Right.
beautiful campus and with
Yes.
some great facilities there. So, I mean, there's a lot to enjoy about being a Columbus State student slash alumni.
Yes. We I like to call our campus a diamond in the rough. A lot of guys don't, a lot of people don't even know about Columbus. They first thing they say is Columbus, Ohio. I'm like, nah. And then we mention Fort Benning, and then they kind of like, oh yeah, we know what Fort Benning is, and that's we kind of tie those two together. That kind of help us out, and we always use Atlanta. We're an hour and a half south of Atlanta. Then because everybody knows where Atlanta is.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
for sure, Michael. Well, what we're gonna do now is we have a segment called Three and Out. We have a wheel with a bunch of different topics on it. We're gonna
Hmm.
spin that wheel, and from there, whatever the topic is, we'll ask you a question. You just kind of answer it for us. So, Justin, if you
Okay.
put that wheel up on the screen and get that first down going.
All right. So there's all of our topics right here. We'll go ahead and do that first spin.
Uh-oh.
Well, you're the head
Oh,
coach,
coach.
so I don't know what kind of trouble you're getting into on these game weekends. But how do you maybe we'll kind of rephrase this for you. How do you kind of keep your guys in check so they don't get too crazy on a game weekend?
Oh God, I wish I could have answered that question. When the weekend we played Coppins. um, I actually rather travel than to play at home. I know that sounds kind of strange.
Okay.
Because when we travel, we can kind of curfew them. It's kind of hard to curfew them in club when you're at home. A lot of distractions going on,
Yep.
but on the road games we do have an opportunity to kind of curfew the guys, we keep them together, eat together and whatnot, and it kind of helps us out. And we do devotion together and all this good stuff. We even have like the little study sessions and all that. So that kind of helps us more when we on the road versus when we're at home.
Yeah.
At home is our Father which art in heaven.
You just pray and hope for the best.
There you go.
Now, Coach, you've been a part of this team for so long. You have to have a pulse of even what the team is doing socially. Like, are they a tight group? Do they hang out together a lot away from the field? Or do they?
Yes, this year we was kind of lucky because, like I said, we had so many freshmen. We had a lot of guys that did hang out together. And I'm a sneaky coach. So what I do is I'm gonna always find me a young, one or two young guys that's kind of really cool with them, and I put them on my coaching staff, and I use them as snitches. Um, and they kind of keep me in the loop of what's going on, so I can because they can speak their lingo.
Yeah.
If I could just use them for equipment managers or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
This year we didn't have a whole lot of disciplinary problems. We had a lot of guys. As you see, we had a couple guys that was academic All-Americans. We had a lot of guys that did stuff out into the community this year. So this was one of our positive years. After we had a couple of rough years, a couple of years in the past. So yeah, I kind of have a good idea of what's going on with our guys, and I have got a lot of great feedback this year about our guys. So this was really a good year.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad that you got that good close knit group of guys that hopefully they grow together with 30 freshmen. Hopefully you retain all of them. I know it's tough to
Hmm.
retain 30 guys, but either way you get that group to grow and hopefully next year that Coppin State game, you fix those issues and maybe we'll be seeing you at that national championship with
Yeah,
the
we trying to get there. It's
yeah.
running from me.
Yep.
It's got to be a little bit helpful with the freshmen being underage that you don't have to worry about the bar scene distracting them too much.
That is true. But only thing about it, Columbus is a party town, so they do get
They
out and
find a
party.
way.
Makes sense. All right, Justin, let's head on to the second down question.
You got it. All right. So here's number two. All right, coach. So what about you? You play football? Probably, assuming probably also as a coach. Football is big on game day rituals. Everyone's got their routines and their warm ups. So, like, what are some of your game day rituals?
Oh, I'm not real big on game day rituals, but the guys always say um, they kind of try to gauge my mood to see what kind of mood I'm in that day. So I'm gonna say one of my biggest game day rituals is what I play, the music that I play during pregame.
Okay.
If I'm playing some of their hype music, they know I'm in a great mood. But if I'm playing some of my old school music, then they're like, "Oh yeah, coach, he's serious today." So we can't be out there goofing off today. So it's kind of it just depends on. I'm a moody person when it comes to game day. But I do always wear a long sleeve pullover before
Okay.
game day. So I'm always gonna wear a long sleeve. I don't care if it's 100 degrees. I'm gonna wear a long sleeve pullover just to try to stay cool.
He's like Coach Belichick with that cut off sweatshirt.
Yeah, then come game time, then I'll change it to my coach's shirt. But I'm gonna wear a long sleeve pullover.
That's awesome.
It
What's your personal favorite of your old school tunes?
um I really like Luther Vandross.
Ooh,
The guys tell me, Coach, you in love, man. Stop playing. Don't play no more Luther. Um,
that's some baby making music.
yeah. They always get on me about that all the time. Hey, Coach, we ain't trying to make love out here, Coach. Stop. Don't play no more of that. But I'm a really big Luther Vandross fan, and I love Brian McKnight too. So I'm an R&B guy.
Good
Oh yeah.
That's
stuff.
awesome, Coach.
So the long
All
sleeve
right, Justin.
pullover, Ben. All right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right. So our third and final one. Let's go ahead and bring it up here. All right. I'm kind of interested to hear a coach talk bad about or talk good about a rival. So say something nice about Columbus State's biggest rival there, coach.
Oh God, my biggest rival, he left. Um, so I got to pick a new rival now, I guess.
Well, who was your original rival? You've been around 16 years. Like,
Yeah, it's changed so many times. It started off with Fort Benning. That was major. We used to have this major game They used to jump the game ball in and all this good stuff. It was an amazing atmosphere. Then we switched from them to Gordon State with Coach Atkins. We was rivaled out over there for a while, and then it jumped to Clayton State. I guess now, if I had to say a new rival now, I'm gonna make it Coppin State, CSU, CSU.
All right.
Now, tell us something nice about them.
Yeah.
Say
What
something
was
nice
one
about
thing that
them.
you? Yeah.
Honestly, from being up north, that was a great bunch, man. I mean, I really enjoyed working with them. Um, the coaching staff, even to the trainers, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, I talk to the trainers, man. I don't care. I mean, I'm an older guy. I want to get along with everybody. They came to us. We treated them pretty. I thought we treated them pretty good. I think I treated them too good. I should have gave them a pink locker room or something. I don't know, but I can't say anything bad about Coppers. They was a very, very, very upscale program. The coaching staff was awesome, man. The players were awesome. Um, Great group of guys, man. Great group of guys. But I want to kick their butt when I play them again.
That
All
makes
right.
sense, coach. It's how it should be with your rival. You should be able to, be nice to them, talk a little crap on them, and you always want to beat them. You never want
Oh
to.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But like I said, I can't say anything. It was nothing but good time. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of teams that I can really say a whole lot bad about anyway. I mean, most of the teams that I play, is usually pretty good people. I even enjoyed my trip to George Mason. I really loved it up there. Coach O was a really good guy. His coaching staff, they was real helpful and respectful to us. And I mean, I mean, everything was good.
That's
Nothing
awesome.
negative.
That's
Right.
awesome, coach.
Nothing
Well,
negative.
one last thing we want to let you do is kind of what we call plug your program. We just want you to, tell us how people could find out about Columbus State Club football, where they could find you guys, if they want to reach out to you, who they'd reach out to, things like that.
Okay. Our biggest thing is right now is we use Twitter X. We're on Twitter X. That's really big for us. That's where a lot of people reach out to us. Um, Obviously, ColumbusState.edu, and go to our club sports page, and we're on there as well. I would love to have people come, join our program. Coaches, I bring in new coaches all the time. Because you're always gonna have some. You know, this club, you're gonna have some fade in, some fade out, because it's volunteer. We don't have the money like George Mason. My bad, Kojo. Um, uh, but yeah, it's Columbus is I think it's a great place to be, and it's a great place to raise your family. And we play some good football down here.
Awesome, coach. Just
Absolutely. And for
what
those
is that?
for for those watching, yeah, I just pulled up your Twitter X account. It's at Columbus State FB. If you want to find Columbus State's football page on Twitter X.
Yeah, thanks,
Yes,
Sandy. I was actually just gonna ask coach if he knew what it was. So you looking it
I
up is
have no clue. I have young people that do
that makes sense, coach.
I'm impressed. I was able to figure that out on my own. Normally, it's these young
that.
guys. I got, hey, figure this social media stuff out for me.
Yes.
All
You
right,
got some
coach.
nice video clips on here too. You guys have some fun on your Twitter X account.
That's a little
You got
bit.
some good stuff on there.
I guess they do.
I guess they run it. I'm just here.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, thanks again, coach. We appreciate you coming on today, and good luck next season as it comes on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Coach,
Thank you.
Coach, next time I'm in Columbus, let's get a scramble dog from Dinglewood Pharmacy.
Hey, I'm in. I'm in.
Let's
My
do it.
treat. My treat.
My treat. My treat.
My treat. I gotta treat you. You're the Pittsburgh guy. I gotta treat you. My treat.
Okay. All right. All right. I won't argue with that. Great to
Thanks,
All
see
right.
you,
guys.
Michael.
Thanks,
Yes,
coach.
sir.
Thanks, coach.
Bye.
What a
That was
guy.
Michael. That was Michael Speights from Columbus Day. It was honestly really fun, and you knowing him for so long, Sandy, is honestly awesome. I feel like no matter what club sport it is, it's not often that you get guys staying for 16 years.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can probably there's probably a dozen of them over. I've been doing this for 25. There's probably less than a dozen names I can spit out across all the leagues of people that I've had involvement in for over a decade, and Michael's absolutely one of them. And I love him, and I always wish him the best. And I hope one of these days, all the stars align for them to get the success that they've worked so hard for.
The future
Yeah,
sounds bright, man. 30 freshmen. I mean, they're only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, when your team's that young and you get that close, hopefully by the time they're ready to graduate, you got even if it's 20 of those guys still, you got all those guys that have been together for all those years, builds that camaraderie, and they're like, yeah, we're winning this thing. So I'm
Yep.
excited to see their program grow. Well,
Yep.
a couple last things. I know there's not much going on in the NCFA right now, but do you have any housekeeping items that you want to touch on, Sandy, LPAs, anything like that?
Right now, LPAs are out for teams to renew. We've added Pitt for next year, but they're going to be joining the Great Lakes East Conference with Ohio State, Wright State, and Toledo. Talking to a couple potential new teams, but they're more on the eastern side, but they're probably more like 2027 prospects. But right now, we just released the academic All-Americans, so go on our website and check that out. Those kids worked hard on the field and off in the classroom. So always, a lot of respect for those kids that can keep the high GPA during football season. But other than that, the next things that'll come out, get your LPAs in, and then we'll have schedule request forms coming out later this month, and then we'll start looking to schedule the NCFA annual league meeting sometime in February.
Awesome. All exciting stuff coming up for the end of the season and looking to next season. All right, Justyn. Well, the next thing we got to do is figure out who's going to be our next guest on Gridiron Gossip. So we have another wheel for to spin to figure out who will be the next guest. So if you could get that up and get it
What
spun
do we
for me.
call that? What's that wheel called? The
Next team up or something like that. Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, we got the wheel right here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Wright State.
Kind of fitting since we had our national championship there. We get, to talk to them a little bit next month. So Wright State, be on the lookout for that email from us trying to figure out a good time to get you on for the next episode of Gridiron Gossip. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Gridiron Gossip. We appreciate, all you viewers. And don't forget, it's a game. Have fun.
And let's go clubbing.